entire brand here at the Great Love Debate is built on or built around get your head out of your apps. So I'm not trying to be hypocritical here. But you know what? That doesn't mean we don't use phones around here. It means that you need to use technology to move it all to a place of meaningful connection, which does mean in person. So you don't and should you don't have to have and you should not have an entire relationship online. But if you need to do it to find someone you are comfortable meeting now, have at it. Go ahead. It's a means to an end. Go for it. Being stubborn and saying, I just don't want to do that or I don't like that. You sound like 2015 Brian Howie not wanting to give up his BlackBerry. You know, it is time. You got to do it. I was like, what do we need apps for? You know, Uber. I have a car. Yeah, no. Get off the BlackBerry. You need to stop saying, I don't want to do online. You got to do it at least part of the time, at least as a means to get where you want to go. We do have to have some meetings sometimes now on Zoom. That's the deal. We have to do some of our great love debates virtually now. And both of those things, are, I don't want to say new normal because I hate to say that. I'm going to say they're additions and alterations to our lifestyles. They are addendums. They're amendments to our lifestyles. I had to go to Cleveland, which meant that it was 30 degrees, and I had to switch out my flip-flops for actual shoes and socks. Is that my new normal? No, it's an alteration to my lifestyle. I was cold. I had to find a way to get around the barrier to warmth, and putting on socks and proper footwear was the solution. Did I like the cold? No, I did not. Did I like having to tie shoelaces? No, I did not. Was I absolutely fine and forgot about all that 5 seconds after I did it? Yes. Okay? So stop being stubborn about the online thing. Fish in the pool because that's where the fish are. Are the fish in the pool or the fish in the pond? I don't know. Wherever the fish are, go. Just leave the politics out of it. But you can't only do that because the pool or the pond or the lake or the ocean, that is not our only supply of fish. Sometimes if you want to fish, you grab a fishing pole and you yank them out of the sea. Which, sidebar to my sidebar, it kind of sucks to have a hook in the face. So, guys, think about that before you pose with your fish pick and then chuck them back in the water all bleeding and confused. Stop doing that. Stop fishing for sport. Catch and release is not fun for the fish. Anyway, sometimes you fish for your fish, and sometimes you go to fucking Costco and buy the fish that are all nicely laid out and packaged for you. Do you know exactly what that fish is going to look like and taste like when you get it out of the bag? You do not. But you take a shot and you take it home. And now what does that have to do with dating? Same thing. I don't care that we have to be distanced a bit when we leave the house. And you need to leave the house. The most likely place you are going to get sick and ruin your health now or ever is staying inside your house. So get out of your house and be around people. And you can certainly socialize safely if you are smart about it. So I'm not telling you to go dive into the middle of the club. I'm telling you to use your brain and get out of your house productively. Guys, if you can get her sweater off, you certainly can get her to pull her mask down and show you her face for 5 seconds. You can. I went up to someone who was masked and said, "Was that a smile?" And she absolutely laughed and pulled it down and said, "Nope." I got to see the face. I got to have the reaction. I got to have every bit and actually a better encounter than I would have had without it. I made the mask work. And, make jokes about the use of sanitizer. Be cute about these temporary routines and restrictions. You are not downplaying them and you are not dismissing them. You're taking them and you're using them to your advantage. Be cute about all these temporary routines and restrictions. You can still engage, you can still flirt, and you can still connect. If you go up to someone and say, I had that same mask in my other coat and I was going to wear it and I'm glad I didn't because that would have been so awkward for us, that's cute. And if somebody said that to me, I would like it. And if I said that to somebody, they would like it. They'll laugh. It's playful. And that's progress. Roll the dice. Point to your mask and say, show me yours and I'll show you mine. Right? You can't do that? Of course you can. The one who will like that is the one you will like. The people that are out of the house are the ones that are the more hopeful. You want to date those people. You want to date the people that are outside and at least trying to make the best of a really bad situation. And don't give me no, those are the stupid ones. They're doing shots in the bar and ruining it for the rest of us. I'm not talking about going to bars. I'm not talking about that at all. So much of our dating, unfortunately, does revolve around drinking. Well, this is an opportunity to improve your skills and enhance your game outside. The weather is getting cold in places, and sometimes that means, and has always meant, scarves and hats and gloves, and we have always covered up. But a lot of times, we look at those extra things we have to wear as accessories. Those are fun objects. They are shiny lures. And the shiny lures attract the fish because it always comes back to the fish. The ones who you're going to notice who notice you and that you're going to notice, they're the ones using their eyes over their masks. They're the ones that are showing some bit of themselves despite having to cover up a lot of themselves. And those are the candidates for dating. Those are the ones you want to give an extra longing glance to because they're interested. And if they're interested, there's a lot of ways you can be interesting. So maybe mask off, they don't turn out to be exactly what you wanted. Oh, well, who cares? It sharpens your skills and it helps develop new ones. Be fun, be flirty, be playful, be creative. Those of us that are old enough, we didn't stop having sex when we were told suddenly that we had to have a certain kind of safe sex. We made it work. We made adjustments, and we could do the same now. So you need to make the effort, and you need to get used to it, and you need to use some muscles that you haven't used in a while, or maybe you've never used at all. Sober encounters, imagine that. Being out of the house with people who you're only, 80% sure of what they look like. A lot of times at 2 o'clock in the morning, shit-faced, you're only 80% sure of what they look like, and probably a lot less. Well, I don't know. Trying to be like, are they really good looking if they pull that mask out? That sounds exciting to me. I don't know. Doesn't sound risky. It sounds fun. If you're a skier or a snowboarder, and fourth and last sidebar, snowboarders have absolutely ruined skiing for skiers. It takes a lot less to be proficient at snowboarding than it does at skiing. And they go to the top of the mountain and they have very poor etiquette and they really fuck things up. Anyway, sorry, snowboarders. But anyway, when you are on the mountain, people are all under layers of clothes and they're moving around and they're sort of in their own space and they're constantly sort of away from you. You're not real close to a lot of people, even on the lift line. They're all covered up and they're wearing goggles. And I guarantee you that you have still done a double take and thought that that guy on the mountain is cute or that girl is hot without getting nearly the glimpse that you are getting 6 feet away right now from a mass person with a good body at the CVS. So does that make dating seem a bit gamified? It does, and you bet it is. So make it a game, and make it a game you can win. You can, try and connect, and you can have conversations, and you can make the best of a bad situation. And just like, to throw in yet another analogy, baseball player, when they're on the on-deck circle and they're swinging the bat and they have that weighted donut on the end of the bat as they get loose and they get warmed up. Well, when that donut comes off and they step up to the plate, they feel loose and lively and ready to go. And so are you. This month or months or even year of what we're going through now, our donut is going to come off, and the work you have done during the time with the donut on, it's going to make you feel loose and lively and fun and ready to go. So this shouldn't be just the malaise of all of our relationships and potential dating outcomes. This should be a way to take your game to an even higher level. And don't criticize me for using the word game, because life is a game and you want to try and win it. So you wasted most of this year. A lot of us did. And even those who were just like, nope, I did all these things, you still wasted a lot of it because we didn't think creatively of how to make the best use of our time here. So don't waste one more day. And most importantly, don't waste any part of next year. Time is valuable and opportunities are even more so. So this is an opportunity to get on with it. On to the next. Forget about the next 4 years in the White House and focus on the next 4 hours out of your house. That made sense. I think I like that. Forget about the next 4 years in the White House and focus on the next 4 hours out of your house. If you're listening to this at 1 o'clock in the morning, stay in your house. Pick 4 hours tomorrow and do that. Go outside and don't come back until you've had some kind of encounter, any kind of encounter with at least 4 people. Something will happen. And when something happens, it leads to dates and it leads to relationships, and you can still salvage this year and this winter and on to the next. So stop focusing on the noise and letting the noise get you down, and stop making excuses and stop worrying about the wrong things. The circles of importance, those concentric, is that the word? Those circles of importance that I talked about earlier, your partner, your family, your community, your county, et cetera, et cetera. I didn't mention the sun of that solar system, but I think you understand that that sun is you, and everything flows from that. You are the one that makes the ripple. So go outside, take advantage. There's certainly less competition out there, which is a really, really good thing. And the smartest and the boldest and the bravest and the funnest will not only be the happiest and the healthiest, I think they will be the preferred candidates because they put themselves on the ballot, and somebody will choose. Somebody will definitely choose. And I can mix all my political and relationship analogies I want because this is my show and my name is on the title. So have at it, folks. The choice is yours. Anyway, and we're going to be talking about this in depth. I talked about one of the alterations we've made. We are having another global virtual big old Great Love Debate online November 18th. You can go to greatlovedebate.com and save your space for that one. These are really, really fun. Whether you have been to one of our live show experiences, extravaganzas before, or you have not, this is one you shouldn't miss. November 18th, we're going to be talking about all this stuff and a whole lot of stuff that's going to make you guys laugh and love. Check out our live tour schedule also at greatlovedebate.com because we will be rolling out our 2021 shows because we will be back there, hopefully to many, many cities near you. Please shoot us an email, greatlovedebate@gmail.com. Give us all your thoughts, feedback, reactions, and complaints, because we certainly do get a lot of those complaints by email now. And as always, like, share, subscribe, and please review this podcast. Your reviews mean a lot in the podcasting ecosystem. When you go on the little reviewer thing and you click 5 stars, that's not a hard choice. You don't have to mail in a ballot for that. Just when you listen, do that for me. It's a big favor for us. And we appreciate it because, as always, at the Great Love Debate, we never stop making love. See you next time.